This is the Let's Master English podcast, and I'm your host, Coach Shane. Hello, everybody. Welcome back to the Let's Master English podcast, number 141. Publication date, October 6th, 2025. We had so many fantastic comments for our podcast number 140. By the way, if you're not in my community, join school.com/LME, SKOOL.com/LME. That's where the fun is. That's where the action is. That's where you can hear the full version of this podcast. Not only this is like a no music version. There's a no music version that you can hear on iTunes and Spotify, Himalaya, YouTube. But the music version is available through our radio station, which is, again, you can get the link at school.com/LME. It's very, very cool. Anyway, last week, I posted a bunch of pictures with the podcast, and I live in Vermont, and Vermont is a very beautiful state in the month of September and October. All the trees, we have so many maple trees, they change colors. So there's lots of orange and red and green and yellow. It's just very, very beautiful. And Maggie, one of our listeners from China, Maggie said, "Oh, it's sweater weather." Yes, what an excellent expression. I'm so glad you used it, Maggie. Maggie said, "Sweater weather is better together." Exactly. In the fall, the temperature cools down and we have to wear sweaters. It's cozy. It's nice. It's, I don't know, something special about fall. And that's such a great expression. Sweater weather. Thank you so much, Maggie. You taught a lot of people a new expression. By the way, Anton said, what makes him happy? This was actually our speaking challenge last week. And Anton said, the LME podcast with music makes me happy. It accompanies me on my Monday walks. So, Anton, are you listening to this during your walk? That is so cool. That is so cool. And a huge congratulations to two of our community members, Gian and Evelyn, got their flames. That means they're super active in our community. I'm so proud of these two ladies. They're busy ladies. Evelyn, are you busy? You're busy, right, Evelyn? Evelyn's very busy. I know Gian's busy, but they're super active in our community, and now they've got flames next to their names. That is so cool. That means you're a community star, and they are. Fulia said she's going for it too, and I'm watching you, Fulia. Every time you leave a comment, I'm making sure that I give you a thumbs up to support you. The more flamers we got in our community, the happier I am. So to these flaming ladies, we've got the Talking Heads burning down the house, kicking us off for the Let's Master English podcast, number 141. Let's go.
Let's master English. Yeah, you can do it. Coach Shane's the guide who'll help you prove it. Grammar, pronunciation, it's all inside. Say it loud, say it clear, say it right. Let's master English.
A $1 million treasure chest sunk in a 1715 Spanish shipwreck during a Florida hurricane was finally recovered. Divers found over 1,000 silver coins scattered from a split-open chest in an area called Treasure Coast. Experts say it's a history buff's dream. Relationship pros warn against the old rule of never sleeping mad. It can make fights worse when you're tired or hungry. Instead, pause, self-soothe, and schedule a calm talk later, like over coffee. A good night's sleep could save your love life. And finally, experts say sloppy dressing is a rich privilege. Powerful folks like Boris Johnson can rock rumpled suits as, "I don't need to improve anything." The poor dress sharp for respect, while elites break norms for irony. A Harvard study shows casual wear signals status. if you're already on top. Bum, bum, ba-da-dum. Do you understand these stories? The 3 really good stories. The first story is pretty easy. Lost treasure. So in 1715, 310 years ago, there was a Spanish ship. Actually, there were many. But anyway, a Spanish ship wrecked. There was a hurricane, like a typhoon, near Florida. And the ship sunk. And that ship had lots and lots of money. Lots of coins, lots of valuable jewels in a chest. Like a big box, a treasure chest. And somebody found it. How cool is that? $1 million treasure chest sunk in a 1715 Spanish shipwreck during a Florida hurricane was finally recovered. Wow. Who gets it? Does it go back to Spain? Does it go to Mexico? I mean, where is it from? Who gets it? Does the guy who found it get it? If you found a treasure chest, wouldn't you want to keep the treasure? I would. Am I greedy? Divers found over 1,000 silver coins scattered from a split open chest in an area called Treasure Coast. This coast area, there's a lot of shipwrecks, and evidently there's a lot of treasure somewhere out there in the ocean. And this chest had fallen from a ship, and it split open. It was open, right? And these coins, 1,000 silver coins, were scattered on the ocean floor, and some divers found it. How cool is that? Experts say it's a history buff's dream. A history buff, B-U-F-F, somebody who really, really, really loves history. That would be so exciting. That would be so exciting to find something like that. Yeah. So I live in northern Vermont, and this area of the United States is relatively old for the U.S. You know, we had lots of British soldiers up in here and French soldiers up in here, but I don't think there's any treasure. No treasure. No gold or silver. Yeah. So I'm a little sad. Maybe I should move to Florida and then learn scuba diving. That would be so fun to go searching for, treasure chests. Wouldn't it? Is it just me? That would be so fun. I would love to do that. Story number 2. Have you heard people say, like, if you're married, husband and wife, don't go to bed angry. Have you heard that? If you and your wife have an argument, try to resolve the argument before you go to bed. Don't go to bed angry. That's what people have said. However, relationship pros, relationship professionals warn against the old rule of never sleeping mad. In other words, go ahead. Go to sleep angry. It's okay. That's what they're saying. If you try to resolve your fight, it can actually make fights worse. I mean, you're tired, you're hungry, and you're trying to solve a fight. It can make fights worse. And that obviously is not good for your relationship. So relationship pros warn against the old rule of never sleeping mad. It can make fights worse when you're tired or hungry. Instead, what should you do? Go to bed angry? They say instead, pause. Self-soothe. You're all right, bro. You're a good guy. And schedule a calm talk later. All right, wife, let's talk tomorrow morning. Like over coffee. We'll have some coffee and we'll talk, okay? Arr. All right, fine. I hate you. I hate you too, but let's talk tomorrow morning. A good night's sleep could save your love life. Yeah, that's what I do. My wife and I fight a lot. We do. I mean, I love her dearly, and I believe she loves me. We're so stressed. Homeschooling 2 kids. She's got her business. I got my business. There's no family to help out. It is just, it's very tense. So we have stupid little fights a lot, and we just go to bed angry. And I'm really good at like forgetting that we were fighting, but she remembers, but I don't. So I'm generally in a good mood in the morning. Generally, things are okay by morning. They're all stupid little fights, nothing serious. Something that you wouldn't. My wife will remember everything, but it doesn't matter. Anyway, go to sleep mad, they say. And finally, the last story. Experts say sloppy dressing. Sloppy, S-L-O-P-P-Y. Sloppy dressing means not wearing nice clothes, right? I mean, if you go someplace, traditionally we should dress up. Did you ever see? Think about this. Go back like to the 1950s, right? 1940s, 1950s. And look at some sort of sports competition. Look at the people watching the sports competition. They all wore suits. They wore suits. Guys would wear a suit to go to a boxing match or to go to a basketball game. Yeah, they all wore suits. During the day, you go outside, you wore a suit. People used to dress up when they would go outside. Now, we wear T-shirts and shorts, right? But what about rich people? Experts say sloppy dressing, not dressing nicely, is a rich privilege. They say only rich people can do that. Rich people, really, really rich people, can dress really, really badly. And it's a privilege. It's an honor for them to do that. Powerful people like Boris Johnson, the former Prime Minister of the UK, he can wear suits that are not ironed. They're ugly, dirty-looking, coffee-stained suits. And when he wears it, the message is, I don't need to prove anything. I'm already successful. I'm the Prime Minister of the UK. Oh, you can't tell me anything. If I wanted to, I could just wear my underwear. In fact, I don't wear underwear. Ha ha ha. Sorry. That was Boris Johnson, not me. Well, is it true? I think this is a stupid story. Now, you guys, if you've seen me in my videos, I almost always wear a T-shirt and sweatpants, comfortable pants. I don't even have a suit. I have some, nice clothes, pants and jackets and stuff like that, but I never wear them. I rarely wear them, especially in the summertime when it's warm. I'm wearing a T-shirt and shorts, right? I'm not rich by any means. Am I sloppy? No, I'm comfortable, casual. But this is what they say in America now. A lot of rich people, a lot of really famous, powerful people are starting to dress too casually. Whereas the poor people try to dress very nicely for respect. I don't know. Is that true in your country? I guess it's true in America. Let me start again. Experts say sloppy dressing is a rich privilege. Powerful folks like Boris Johnson can rock rumpled suits as, I don't need to prove anything. The poor dress sharp for respect, while elites break norms for irony. A Harvard study shows casual wear signals status if you're already on top. So in other words, if you're really, 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 really rich and you're driving a really, 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 really expensive car like a Rolls Royce and you get out of your car with like blue jeans with holes and some old raggy t-shirt and flip-flops, that's cool. But poor people can't do that. If poor people do that, they look poor. If rich people do that, they look cool. I think that's so stupid. I do, personally. You know what, though? I do think about, like, when my dad was young, right? I know when my dad was young in the in the 50s and early 60s, people still dressed up when they went out. They would go to a hockey game and they would wear a suit. That's kind of cool. We don't have that in America anymore. Yeah. And maybe we should. What about where you live? Do people tend to wear casual clothes all the time? What about the powerful people? Do they also wear casual clothes? The rich people, the famous people, always casual clothes? I think wearing nice clothes shows respect. It shows respect for yourself, but it shows respect to others too. Don't you? But, you know, what do I know? I'm no fashion model. I'm just an English teacher. All right, speaking of fashion models, I don't have that song. There's one. Oh, I want to be a supermodel. We do have two great songs coming up. Bruno Mars's Treasure and Kanye West, Gold Digger. Before we get to that, let's listen to the news one more time. A $1 million treasure chest sunk in a 1715 Spanish shipwreck during a Florida hurricane was finally recovered. Divers found over 1,000 silver coins scattered from a split-open chest in an area called Treasure Coast. Experts say it's a history buff's dream. Relationship pros warn against the old rule of never sleeping mad. It can make fights worse when you're tired or hungry. Instead, pause, self-soothe, and schedule a calm talk later, like over coffee. A good night's sleep could save your love life. And finally, experts say sloppy dressing is a rich privilege. Powerful folks like Boris Johnson can rock rumpled suits as I don't need to prove anything. The poor dress sharp for respect, while elites break norms for irony. A Harvard study shows casual wear signals status if you're already on top.
Where education and entertainment come together. Let's master English. Do it.
Everybody, this is Country Shane, and I'm bringing you the facts. Hey everybody, Country Shane here. Ooh, Treasure Coast, Florida. The Treasure Coast got its name from the 1715 hurricane that sank 11 Spanish ships right off Florida's shores, spilling gold and silver and emeralds worth millions and millions of dollars, and they're still being found today. Go ahead, Coach Shane, move down to Florida and take me with you. Wow. That would be so cool. I'm telling you, I would like to do that. But they have sharks. Sharks. I don't like sharks. That would be scary. Anyway, Treasure Coast. It's 21 miles. 21 miles is how many? Is 5 times 7. Like 35 kilometers of coastal area. A 35 kilometer stretch of beach, coast, water. That's where all these ships sunk. And like they said, gold, silver, emeralds. Oh, it's beautiful swimming. Excellent fishing. You can see sea turtles. It's a wonderful area. Maybe I should move here. It sounds fantastic. Thanks a lot for the facts. Always, Country Shane. Speaking of the beach, we got to have this one. Rupert Holmes, the Pina Colada song, Escape. Tips for mastering English. Phrasal verb of the week. To dress down. To dress up, that means to wear nice clothes. When you go to a wedding, you should dress up, right? Well, the opposite is dress down, to wear casual clothes. However, to dress down has three very common meanings. And the first one, to reprimand someone, to scold them. The boss dressed down the team for being late. You guys are late again. He yelled at them. To dress down, to yell at. She dressed him down for forgetting the meeting. You idiot, you forgot the meeting? She yelled at him. Definition number 2, as I said, to wear casual clothes. To dress informally, dress down for Friday office casual. A lot of companies in America have a dress down Friday, and you can wear casual clothes on Friday. Not shorts, not stupid stuff, not like rock and roll t-shirts, but you don't have to wear a suit. He dressed down in jeans for the hike. That doesn't sound like dressing down. Wearing blue jeans for a hike? I guess if it's a rocky hike, maybe. The other definition of dress down, to simplify or to reduce, to make less formal. Dress down the report for the presentation. So the report that you have is very formal. It's a very nice document, but we're going to make it into a presentation. So dress it down. Simplify it. They dressed down the menu for budget reasons. So they're going to have a wedding, right? And they have this really amazing dinner planned. It's going to be steak and shrimp and lobster, but it's too expensive. So they decided to dress down the menu. They removed the lobster, just steak, no shrimp. That's the idea, to dress down, to reduce or to simplify. Phrasal verbs. Now, I'm teaching you phrasal verbs, right? And I'm giving you example sentences. Make sure you read everything. School.com/LME. Make sure you join. SKOOL.com/LME. You can see the sentences. But to be honest, the best way to learn these phrasal verbs is in my DDM class. And you can try DDM for free. You know that, right? Yeah, you can send an email, contact@letsmasterenglish.com. And just say, I would like to try DDM for free, okay? All right, speaking of DDM, it's all about listening. To really build your listening skills, you need to build up your speaking skills, believe it or not. And in my DDM course, we have 5 areas that we always focus on: cancellation, reductions, blending, stop sounds, and linking. So we've already talked about linking, stop sounds, and blending. Today, we're going to talk about reduction. What does this mean? Reduction, making small. So lots of words, for example, comfortable and family, are usually pronounced differently than you might think. Comfortable. We actually don't say that. Most Americans say comfortable, not comfortable, but comfortable. Comfortable. Family gets reduced to family. 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 February gets reduced to February. That R is reduced. We are, the contraction we are, perfect pronunciation is we're, but we almost always reduce it to were. Just like where were you? Same pronunciation. Another one, you are, you were. The reduction is you're. Did you? Now, we talked about blending last week. Did you? The reduction is ju or j. Yeah, these are reductions. That's a combination, blending and then reduction. Did you, blending, did you, reduction, j. So, did you have fun? Did you have fun? That's daily English. So, we've talked about linking. We've talked about stop sounds. Last week, we talked about blending. This week, reduction. In the next podcast, we'll talk about cancellation. These are really important things to learn and understand. The way you learn and understand these concepts is by using them, but we need to see them being used. So once again, DDM is the perfect class. I really encourage you guys to join. If you are a member of DDM, this month at the end of October, we have our 2026 annual sale. So annual memberships for 2026. It is our biggest sale of the year. So if you are in DDM or if you're in Perf, make sure that you get our newsletter or watch our community for the sale. It's only going to be one day. It's a one-day sale, and it's for 2026 memberships. So it's a great opportunity to get in DDM and save some money too. Nothing wrong with saving money, am I right? So I gave you comfortable, family, February, we're, okay? Can you think of other reductions? Practice those 4. Practice the perfect pronunciation and then practice the reduced form. Remember, if you can say it, you can hear it. Okay? All right, finally, communication tip. De-escalate arguments. That's such a stupid, miserable thing in a business meeting, and there's an argument, but it happens on the telephone in a business meeting. So we need to calm tensions, get people to calm down, right? So I have 3 expressions that I think work in many cases. Always be nice. So the first one is, I see your point. Let's find common ground. Let's find common ground. So you're not disagreeing with them. You're saying, okay, I understand what you're saying. I see what you mean. So let's find common ground. Number 2, I'm feeling frustrated. Can we take a break? Just get out of there for a minute. I'm feeling frustrated. I'm sorry. I'm feeling frustrated. Can we take a break? Can we take a 2-minute break? Can we take a 5-minute break? Let me calm down. Let me think this. And another one, what if we look at it this way? So you want to look at it that way, I understand. Okay, I get it. I understand. But what if we look at it this way and then present your side again or a different side? If there's an argument in a business situation, don't take it personal. It's business. And sometimes you need to say that. Look, this is not about you. This is about business. We have to understand it from a business perspective, from the business point of view. What's the best thing for the business? Saying something like that can really help too. Yeah. Do your best. Turn those fights into fixes as soon as possible. It's really important. All right, we got a song coming up, another request. This is Guru, Feel the Music on the Let's Master English podcast. Weekly speaking challenge. Last week's theme, what makes you happy? Thank you so much to Mina, Jian, Wei Qing, Evelyn, Anton, Eva, Ada, Fulia. I loved your recordings. Alice, you're the one I picked. Let's listen to Alice.
Playing the piano brings me so much joy when I immerse myself in the music. Focusing only on the notes, all of my worries just fade away. I usually play the piano every morning. It gives my day a fresh start.
How cool is that? Just to be able to sit down and play an instrument like the piano. Wow. I can't play any instruments. I tried learning. I've tried the piano. I've tried the drums. I've tried the guitar. Nothing. Nothing sticks. I can play music, right? But I can't play an instrument. That's really cool, Alice. That's cool. All right, this week's theme. Kind of the opposite. A time you went to bed angry. What was the argument about? Who was the argument with, and what was it about? Was it with your husband, your wife, your mom, your dad, your son, your daughter, your neighbor? What was the argument about, and who was it with? How did you feel? And did you resolve it eventually? Did you resolve the argument? That's it. So, for example, my wife and I, we argued about chores. I felt upset and tired, Yes, we talked in the morning and we hugged it out. And obviously, in this situation, I did all the chores. Now, I repeat, listen carefully. Keep your answer under 20 seconds. People have a hard time doing that. I know it's not easy, and that's the point. That's the point. I understand you have a lot to say, but keep it under 20 seconds. Be fun, be clear, record your voice. Use your smartphone to record your voice and put it in our community, school.com/LME, SKOOL.com/LME. The fight song, Rachel Platten, coming at you. It is October 6th, 2025, the 279th day of the year. There are 87 days left in 2025. Celebrations today, October 6th, National Noodle Day. Whenever I hear noodles, I think of Yulong, Professor Deng Yulong. He is the Noodle King, and it's your day, my brother. It's your day. Tomorrow, October 7th, is World Cotton Day. One of the tennis superstars, which one was it? Not Beyonce. The tennis players. I forget their name. There's sisters. Anyway, one of them is a big fan of cotton. She has in her house a donkey with cotton. Yeah. Anyway, that's kind of funny. October 7th, World Cotton Day. It's also National Inner Child Day, meaning even though you're a man like me, inside there's a child, a little boy that wants to come out. So be a child day is what it means. October 8th, 8, oct means 8, 8. World Octopus Day. It's the 10th month of the year, but oct means 8. October 8th is the 8th day. Octopus, yes, the octopus has 8 legs. Ha, ha, ha. World Octopus Day. October 9th is National Moldy Cheese Day. Do you like cheese? The good cheese, evidently, is moldy. MOLDY. I can think of blue cheese. I don't like blue cheese. October 10th is National Handbag Day. Ladies, got your Gucci handbags? I don't even know. October 11th is National Sausage Pizza Day. Is that like pepperoni? I think it is a little bit different. Sausage and pepperoni, slightly different. Pepperoni is a type of sausage. Most sausage is kind of a hamburger spiced up thing. It's delicious, though. Yeah. And October 12th, oh, I love this. It's National Farmers Day. You got to love the farmers, guys. You have to. I know if you live in the city, you really don't have a connection to the farmers. I understand. But really, take some time to think about the farmers because they're so important. The most important job in the world, in my opinion, is a mother. The second most important job in the world, in my opinion, is a teacher. And the third most important job, I think, is a farmer. I don't know, but I think so. What do you think? What do you think? What do you think? All right, let's go back to the handbag day. I can't afford expensive handbags for my wife, but if I bought one, I'd have to go to the thrift shop. This is a funny song. Enjoy Macklemore and Ryan Lewis, Thrift Shop. It's your birthday. If it is your birthday, you didn't tell me. A little bit sad about that. October 6th, there is a famous celebrity having a birthday. Elizabeth Shue. She's 62 years old. Who is this woman? That's Marty McFly's mom. but girlfriend in the movie Back to the Future. Remember that? Remember Marty McFly went back to the 1960s or whatever and met his mom, but she was a teenager. She's 62 now. Oh my God. October 7th is Toni Braxton's birthday, 58 years old. Unbreak my heart. Singer. Simon Cowell is 66 years old, TV judge, American Idol, famous for being a jerk. October 8th is Matt Damon's birthday. He's 55 years old. Good Will Hunting. So many excellent movies. The Bourne Identity, the Bourne series. Also, Bruno Mars, Uptown Funk. The boy is 40. Bruno Mars should be like 20, but he's 40 on October 8th. October 9th, actor Joe Pesci is 82 years old. I love that guy. Goodfellas. October 10th, NFL quarterback from my home state of Wisconsin. Well, actually, he played there. Brett Favre is 56. That guy's younger than me. Oh, my God. I thought he was older than me. I can't believe it. October 11th, Snoop Dogg, Gin and Juice, rapper, 54 years old. And October 12th, Hugh Jackman, Wolverine. It's 57 years old. Oh, Brett Favre is younger than me. How old am I? I forget. So this is 2025. Am I 56 or 50? I think I'm 57. Oh, a mosquito. I missed it. Man, these guys, Hugh Jackman is younger than me too. God, how old am I? My heart's breaking right now. No, I'm sorry. It's Toni Braxton. Unbreak my heart. Thank you so much for joining me in this Let's Master English podcast, number 141. I have to apologize in advance. Podcast number 142 is supposed to come out in 1 week, but I'll be unable to produce it. So, a little bit of personal news, sad news. My biological father died on Saturday. So they're having a service, of course. And, there's lots of stuff to do in this situation. And I have to take care of a bunch of stuff. So I will be out of town from like the 10th or the 11th until like the 14th. So I'm going to miss the next podcast. So there's going to be a hole, and I sincerely apologize. So I would love to hear your comments and request songs and stuff like that in school. Please, skool.com/LME, school.com/LME. Please get there and join. It's still free. It's still free. I was going to say something else, but I forgot. Life goes on, right? We have many paths to take. There are many roads, many directions. Turn right, turn left. Which path should we take? Life is tough, right? I mean, there are good times and there are bad times. People have a goal of being happy, right? Oh, I just want to be happy. And that's great. But remember, imagine this. Imagine somebody, not you, but imagine somebody who's like always happy. Oh my God, I'm so happy. I'm so happy. Happy. Those people are crazy. They are. Don't be jealous. Don't be jealous. They're crazy. Personally, I think, like, if I consider my week 100% of my week, if 5% of my week is happy, that's great. And 5% of my week is like angry, yeah, that's normal. And 80-90% of my week is like kind of like nothing, kind of neutral, that's fine. Right? We don't have much control. I mean, we get on this path, this life, and we make our decisions, kind of choosing the paths or the roads that we take. Oh, the mosquito just bit me, damn it. I got it. Now I'm happy. But what am I trying to say? Just be you and know that, I mean, especially you're a special person because you're listening to an English podcast to better your understanding, to better your English. So you're a different type of person. You're somebody who stays busy and focuses on improving yourself, and that is amazing. I love you. I mean, seriously, I think you're amazing. And the road that you're on with me together, I think it's a great thing, and I'll do my best to make your English road as comfortable and easy and enjoyable as possible. But yeah, life has its ups and downs. My dad passing away is obviously a very sad time. So I have to constantly remind myself that at least he had a son, daughters and sons. At least he had children. And that means he lives on. I have 2 boys, so he lives on through them. And I got to make sure that my boys take the right roads, the right paths, so that they can have 5% of their life be happy, 5% of their life be angry, and 90% of their life be kind of boring. There's nothing wrong with that. All right, another request song, Portishead with Roads, taking us out on the LME podcast. Together, let's master English.